Have you ever stopped to wonder how immense is God's love? This is a question that has puzzled philosophers and theologians for centuries, and yet it is a concept that transcends human understanding. It's comparable to the love a parent has for their child, yet it is magnified to an extent that we can hardly fathom. Imagine the deepest, most profound love you have ever experienced. Now, multiply that by infinity. That's a glimpse into the magnitude of God's love. It's a love that is all-encompassing, reaching every corner of the universe and every corner of our hearts. It's a love that is unconditional, not dependent on our actions or our worthiness. Yet this love is not always readily apparent to us. We may feel distant or even indifferent. God's love is there, whether we can feel it or not, but how can we better perceive this divine affection? Let's delve deeper into this mystery. There have been moments in my life when I felt God's love profoundly. Let me take you on a journey through a few of those moments. I remember a time when I was going through a rough patch. I had lost my job and my world seemed to be collapsing. But amidst the turmoil, I experienced a deep sense of peace, a serenity that surpassed my understanding. It was as if a soothing voice whispered, "I am here with you." That experience, that comfort in my darkest hour, was a clear manifestation of God's love. Then there was a time of joy, a moment of celebration. I had just become a father, and as I held my newborn son in my arms, I was overwhelmed by a surge of pure, unadulterated love. It was a love so profound, so divine, that it could only have come from a higher source. God's love was manifest in that moment of intense happiness, reminding me that every good and perfect gift is from above. And then there was an ordinary day, a day like any other. I was walking in the park, appreciating the beauty of nature, the chirping of the birds, the rustling of the leaves, the warmth of the sun on my skin. Suddenly, I felt an inexplicable sense of contentment, a realization that I was part of something bigger, something divine. That moment of connection, of feeling one with the universe, was another beautiful experience of God's love. These experiences helped me understand God's love better. They taught me that God's love is not limited to moments of joy or sorrow. It is present in every breath we take, in every heartbeat, in every sunrise and sunset. God's love is in the air we breathe, in the food we eat, in the people we meet. It is a constant and ever-present force that guides us, comforts us, and fills us with hope. These experiences were not just random occurrences, they were manifestations of God's love. God's love is not just a concept, it's something we can feel in our everyday lives. Imagine waking up to the chirping of birds, the sun shining through your window, painting a beautiful canvas of gold and orange on your bedroom wall. This beauty of nature, in its simplest form, is a manifestation of God's love. Each day the sun rises and sets, the birds sing, the flowers bloom. All of this is not by accident, but by design, a design born out of love and care for us. Consider the people in your life who have shown you kindness, perhaps a stranger who held the door for you when your hands were full, or a friend who called just when you needed to hear a comforting voice. These are not mere coincidences, but are little reminders of God's love for us, expressed through the goodness of others. Think about the comfort of a warm home on a cold winter's day, or the taste of your favorite meal after a long, tiring day. These simple pleasures we often take for granted are also signs of God's love. He has provided us with resources and abilities to create such comforts for ourselves and others. God's love is not always grand or dramatic. It doesn't always come in the form of miracles or supernatural events. More often it's subtle, understated, and hidden within the ordinary moments of our lives. It's in the laughter of a child, the tranquility of a quiet evening, the satisfaction of a job well done. It's in the love we give and receive from those around us. When we start to recognize these signs, we realize that God's love is not confined to places of worship or religious rituals. It's woven into the fabric of our everyday lives, in every moment, every interaction, every breath we take. So let's strive to keep our hearts and minds open. Let's try to see the world with a lens of gratitude and love, and we'll start to notice the divine love that's been surrounding us all along. When we open our hearts and minds, we can start to see God's love everywhere. Embracing God's love can change our lives. When we open our hearts to divine love, we open ourselves to transformations beyond our wildest dreams. This love, pure and unconditional, can fill our lives with peace that surpasses understanding, happiness that doesn't depend on circumstances, and a sense of purpose that gives meaning to our existence. Imagine walking through life with a constant companion who loves you unconditionally, who guides you, strengthens you, and comforts you in times of distress. That's what it's like to embrace God's love. Personal experiences have taught me this. Embracing God's love has enriched my life in ways I could never have imagined. It has brought me peace in the midst of storms, joy in the face of trials, and guidance when I was lost. Embracing God's love is like finding a hidden treasure, a treasure that is always there, waiting for us to discover it. God's love is a gift, waiting for us to accept it. Feeling God's love is about recognizing its presence in our lives. We've journeyed through personal encounters of divine affection, heard heartwarming narratives that testify to the tangible touch of God's love. We've seen how this love manifests in the routine of everyday life, in the sunrise and sunset, in the smile of a stranger, in acts of kindness and compassion. We've talked about the transformative power of embracing this love. It's not just about acknowledging its existence, but allowing it to change us, to shape us, and to guide us. It's about letting this love be the compass that directs our decisions, our actions, and our relationships. In summary, God's love is not a distant concept. It's a living, breathing reality that we can experience, embrace, and express. It's a divine gift that is continuously offered to us, regardless of who we are or where we come from. God's love is there for us all. We just need to open our hearts to feel it,